Welcome to another video. So we have over here Fusion 360 and we see that this will take a while to process, and in this case it's not responding. Now I'm gonna hit over here wait for the program to respond. Keep in mind that over here for this 3D generative AI of a statue of a wolf, this has been in the processing for quite a while now, so more than half an hour. And we see over here that I try to convert this mesh into a CAD model. So this is the problem into a solid body. Now, if I'm going to jump over here, I just want to showcase the model. This is the model. As you can see, this will be the reference. And the problem is that Fusion will become slow and not responsive quite fast. And we see over here that in order to fix this, we can either reduce the mesh face count before importing. Keep in mind that for this one, I actually use the extreme high one, which is around 1.2 gigabytes, the OBJ file. So we see that that will be quite a lot. The main purpose was that I wanted to make this perfectly flat on the bottom. So I wanted to do a cut because currently there are some elements on the bottom. And it would be a lot better to have all of those flatten out in order to ensure that this will print a lot better. We see over here that it's not perfectly flat on the bottom, so we can easily fix that. Again, the main problem over here is that I use the HD model. I'm just going to refresh over here, and we see over here that I'm currently not logged in. But if I'm going to go ahead and I will log in, see over here that this will now load within my account. I'm going to go over here within mine, and we have the following model, which is this one. And we see over here that I actually went over here for the model defined by triangles, and this will be the 10 million poly count. Now, when I'm going to hit download, this will go directly and convert that within a GLB file. So in this case, this will be model 2, the GLB file. And we see the file size, 172 megabytes. The problem is that I can't load that directly over here. So I will need to convert that because within Fusion, we can only load STL, OBJs, and 3MF files in this case. We see that this is still struggling. And as I said previously, this will be the main problem, is that we can use generative AI in order to obtain really good HD models. But if you want to convert those within CAD, it would be highly recommended to use maybe the 2 million count over here. Or another workflow would be to load that initial mesh, have it simplified, and then have it transferred towards Fusion. But this is the bottleneck, and I'm really expecting that CAD software solutions such as Fusion or 3D Experience will have this workflow a little bit better, because I can also go ahead and I can process this mesh within 3D Experience or within CATIA V5, but again, that will take a lot of time. Just like within Fusion, we see over here that this is not responding, even though we see over here within the bodies, the wolf statue OBJ file doesn't have any problems. We have over here a warning, and when I inputted the convert mesh to solid, in this case, it did say that the mesh is quite HD, so quite high, and it will struggle to do so. Now, if I'm just going to start over here Blender, I'm just going to go with version 5 in this case. I want to load the GLB file that I downloaded in order to showcase the fine mesh of the model created by Rodin. So in this case, I'm just going to go within File, Import. The file format will be GLB, and on my desktop I should have model 2, which is this one. I'm going to hit import, and we're going to have the model over here loaded. We see that even within Blender, it will take a little bit of time. I'm just going to delete the default cube, and this will be the mesh. If I will enable the statistics, we're going to see that the triangle count in this case will be 10 million. If I will also enable the wireframe, we're going to see that this model is quite detailed. So over here on the geometry, I'm just going to enable that. So take a look over here at the amount of triangles that we have on this mesh. So it's really incredible that generative AI has reached a point where it can match 3D scanning outputs, and we're gonna see that the mesh will be uniform in this case. So there are some sections where we have larger triangles, but overall we're gonna see that the amount of details will be within all the regions. For example, over here, where we have this bottom flat section, this will also have the same distribution of the triangles. Now I can go ahead and I can decimate this, and I can load the decimated model within Fusion, and then Fusion will not struggle. But again, by doing so, some of the fine details will be lost. If, for example, I want to take this to wooden carving, maybe I want those small details over here, and afterwards I can also have them added to my model. If I'm going to zoom in over here, for example, to the eye of the wolf, I can also shade this. And we're going to see that shade auto smooth will look like this. Flat, which will showcase the triangles, will look like this. And this will be shade smooth in this case. Keep in mind that if you want to, again, prepare this, maybe for wooden carving, you will want to have those details. So usually the model will be like this, shade flat. So this is the mesh based on the appearance. Okay, we see over here that this will again struggle. So keep in mind that we can now go with generative AI with tools such as Rodin to really HD models. But the main problem is that we can mainly use those for visualization, even for 3D printing. If I will send this, it will take a little bit of time since the file size will be so large. So the GLB file had 127 megabytes. But if I'm going to go ahead and I will export this, let's say as either an STL or an OBJ, I'm just going to go with the OBJ in this case. I'm going to call this woof1 and selection only. I'm going to hit export, and we're going to see that the file has been exported. As you can see it over here. If I'm going to go on my desktop, I should have over here woof1, which will be the following. So this is the material library. This will be woof1. So in this case, as we can see over here for woof1, I can go on to properties, and this will be the file size. So 836 megabytes in this case. For this one, save as an OBJ. I also have this one over here, which was saved differently as an OBJ using GeoMagick, and we see over here the file size even larger, 1.28 gigabytes in this case. Okay, so this was an overview regarding Fusion 360 and how we can use that to process HD meshes. And we see over here that it is mandatory to have those decimated initially, because otherwise Fusion will not do anything in this case. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. You're going to find additional Fusion tips and tricks over here. I'm going to add my playlist. And if you enjoy this kind of content, you can consider to subscribe. You're going to find a button on the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.